Hi, I'm Darnell with Whale of Recipes, and today I'm going to be making apple cinnamon almond flour griddle cakes using the Ninja Sizzle Pro XL griddle and grill. And so let's get cooking right now. Alright, so for this recipe there's a lot of ingredients going on, so I'm going to go through all of them with you. There is 2 teaspoons of baking powder. There's 2 teaspoons of ground cinnamon. There's 1.5 teaspoons of organic monk fruit extract powder. This is the equivalent of a 1/4 cup of a granulated sweetener, like sugar, which I don't use. There is a 1/4 cup of organic dark maple syrup. There's 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. I have a medium-sized apple here. This is an organic Gala apple, but you can use the apple of your choice. It's chopped up in a food chopper, so you need it chopped up very finely. I've got 2 large eggs here. I also have 2 cups of almond flour back there, and over on the stovetop I've got 1.5 sticks of butter. That is about 12 tablespoons of butter. And so I'll basically be pouring that into the wet ingredients. So to get started here, I'm just going to get the dry ingredients into one bowl here so that all the dry stuff is together like this. And I'm going to get all the wet stuff together in a bowl as well. So let's get the maple syrup poured on in there like that. And I'm going to go and grab the butter real quick. So here's the butter here, and I'm going to go ahead and pour that over into our wet ingredients. Now I'm going to take the vanilla extract and the apple and get those into the bowl with the wet stuff here. Now the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to start mixing the wet and the dry ingredients in their respective bowls. While I do that, I'm going to let the griddle, I've got the griddle plate in there, I'm going to let that start warming up. So turning things on, I'm going to turn temperature down to 350 degrees Fahrenheit and going to set the time. I'm not sure how long I'll need. I mean, definitely not going to be 30, but I'm going to set it up to 30 just so that I have, plenty of time and it doesn't run out, but I won't need anywhere near much as that. But going to hit start, let things start preheating on that griddle, and just continue mixing these ingredients. After I get the wet and dry mixed well in their respective bowls, I'll mix the wet ingredients over into the dry ingredients. Alright, so it's time to add the food here. So I've got a sprayer with some extra light olive oil. Don't confuse it with extra virgin or other types. It has a high smoke point. Don't really need to do this. I've never had anything stick at all, whether I use oil or not, but I still, maybe it's just habit. Put some on there. Don't use the aerosol spray type bottles. That's a pump sprayer, by the way. Although I'm not a big fan of silicone, I've got some silicone molds here that I'm going to need to use to hold things in place just to start the process of cooking these griddle cakes. So it's 6 of these silicone molds here. They got nice little handles to help me get the cakes up, or get them off. The cakes when I need to get them off. So now I'll just take my batter and I put some into each of the molds as best as I can, although I'm sure you'll do a better job of hitting the mark than me. Alright, I got 6 set up here with the molds, so I'm just going to try and maybe flatten out each of them just a little bit. I'm just going to, I guess, let things cook for maybe about 2-3 more minutes. Alright, so things have been going for a while, so I'm just going to take these molds off, and Lord willing things kind of hold in place there. Now I'm going to try and flip them over so the other side gets some cooking. I guess I'm going to pound the other ones as I try and get up under them and flip them. And I can tell you, even though closing the lid does bring some radiant heat, these are too thick, and the opposite side won't cook as well, or won't cook in time if you try and just close the lid and let the lid do the work. Even though you can do that with some thinner things, you can't do it with these. They're too thick. So let them cook like this for a while and we'll see what happens. I guess I could close it though now. It might just help with some of that extra splatter stuff to kind of cook it. So I think I'll leave it open though. Let you watch the show. Alright, I'm going to flip them again to get some of the stuff that's splattered out a little more cooked. You see they're, you know, looking pretty good here. Alright, I'm just going to give them a little bit of time on this side and then they'll be good to pull off. Alright, so they've been going for about 13 minutes total or so, and they smell pretty good. I'm going to start getting them on off of here. Just plate them here. I'm just going to flip this one over so you see the opposite side of that one. So I'm going to turn this off. Just get the rest of these onto the plate. They smell pretty good, and I'll tell you, these are so good you can eat them straight if you want. If you want to treat them like pancakes and put syrup and such on them, that's your option as well. I just kind of like them plain. They're so good. Now that I've got them off, just going to let them cool down just a little teeny bit, but that's the full pile of them there. And as things cool down, I'm just going to take one off and put it, set it aside for the taste test purposes. I want to get one that's holding together pretty good, like this one here. That one looks good. So should help it cool down faster, and once it's cool we'll do a taste test with this one here. So thank God for this griddle cake, and I'm going to go ahead and taste it straight up. They're always awesome. They always taste great. Never fail. So definitely invite you to try it yourself. They taste great. You can have them any type of way you want. And you know, almond flour offers more protein and less carb than some other flour, so it's pretty good stuff. And so nothing in this video is sponsored, nothing's given to me, and so there's lots of ways for you to help the channel. You could always check out my blog, superwaveovenrecipes.com. Again, that's superwaveovenrecipes.com. Buy me a coffee link there if you wanted to help out through that. Also in the video description, there's lots of ways to help, such as my cookbook, donations, memberships, link to the Amazon shop where you pay the same price, help the channel. Also buy me a coffee link there as well. And so there are also free ways for you to help the channel. You can give this video a thumbs up. You can share this video with a friend. That's a big help, sharing it with friends. Also, you can subscribe to the channel, hit that notification icon. Also, if you're planning to buy this grilling griddle, if you see a shop icon, you're watching it on the Wave Oven Recipes YouTube channel, you see like a shop icon, an icon for the product, you can click that and shop and buy it through there. You're going to pay the same price, buy it through there, and that helps the channel as well. So lots of ways to help out if you so choose. And so I do wish you and yours good eating.